Hey guys, so welcome to episode 4 of the Iron Dungeon, India's first English bodybuilding channel. Now, before I start this video, do go and subscribe to my channel as I will be regularly uploading knowledgeable content on bodybuilding. Also, I recently uploaded a video on Trenbolone as well as a video on all Olympia winners from 1965 to 2019. The links of those videos will be in the description, so do check them out. Also, comment down below on any bodybuilding related content which I can make in the future. Okay, so we've got an interesting topic today, that is why pro bodybuilders develop a bubble gut. Take a look at the last decade's worth of Olympia lineup and you'll notice that competitors' biceps and delts aren't the only body part that are getting bigger, their guts are too. Known as the bubble gut, top tier competitors like 7-time Mr. Olympia Phil Heath, Kai Green, and 8-time Mr. Olympia Ronnie Coleman have stepped on stage sporting bloated midsections. A bubble gut is the excessive stomach distension around the midsection causing bodybuilders to appear as though they've got excessive fat and heavy bloating around the gut. The issue is a condition that impacts many bodybuilders, but the gut is not produced by steroid use. Rather, it is from excessive consumptions of food and various drugs people use for a competitive advantage. People who use insulin and human growth hormone to build their muscles are at an elevated risk of developing the bubble gut. The consumption of added calories and carbohydrates in the bulking process is also a concern that contributes to the bubble gut. Bodybuilders are using insulin these days to increase their bulk. Also, some people are consuming as many as 10,000 calories and 1,000 grams of carbohydrates in a day. They are consuming this much to provide their bodies with the energy that they need to complete their workouts. But all those foods and carbohydrates can add to the amount of fat stored in their midsection. Seeing how the part of the body is hard to tone and style, it is no surprise that so many people are developing bubble guts. Meanwhile, bodybuilders are taking about 10 IUs of HGH each day. The total is close to 5 times what patients receive at anti-aging centers. There is a belief that the consumption of HGH will cause a person's insides to grow. But while the abdominal muscles grow, the gut tissues is what builds up in particular. Regarding keeping the bubble gut from developing, bodybuilders should avoid using much HGH and insulin. Many figures like current Mr. Olympia Sean Roden do not have the bubble gut. Such bodybuilders can avoid this by keeping their dosages of various drugs and their consumptions of food down. Those in the classic physique category do not appear to have the bubble gut. Much of this is due to the section focusing on a midway point between traditional bodybuilding and men's physique. This does not mean that people in the category are not taking insulin or HGH. They are not doing so as much as the others in the regular bodybuilding field. The most significant consideration surrounding the success of Sean Roden in the 2018 Mr. Olympia competition may encourage bodybuilders to reconsider what they are doing when they are trying to build mass. There is always a need to work hard to build muscle mass, but the excessive amount of carbs, calories and drugs these people are taking have all to be taken into consideration. Now, why does it happen in the first place? Well, there are 5 reasons. Human growth hormone abuse, insulin abuse, increased abdominal mass size, high carbohydrate diets, high calorie diets, carbohydrate loading and water manipulation techniques. There are a number of theories that attempt to explain the appearance of the muscle gut in recent years, from the increased use of insulin to the introduction of HGH injections used in the 90s. There is no one factor that has been proven to cause the emergence of bodybuilder's belly. However, the most realistic explanation is a combination of all factors. The extremely high doses of HGH used by bodybuilders, estimated around 5 milligrams per day, can cause side effects such as excessive growth of some tissue like the intestines. With larger intestines, the abdominal can bulge up to twice its natural size, particularly after food consumption. Many bodybuilders also combine HGH and many other substances with insulin, a practice known as stacking. This insulin use can then cause fat storage behind the stomach known as visceral fat, which can lead to larger abdomen. Through the use of insulin and human growth hormone drugs, the addition of multiple supplements and a diet that is extremely high in protein, muscle mass increases. This causes not only an increase in mass in the rectus abdominis or the six-pack, but also in the muscles that lie underneath it, such as the transverse abdominis and the internal obliques. This causes the entire midsection to grow and protrude. giving a blocky appearance and contributing to stomach distension. High carbohydrate foods cause an increase in glycogen to be stored in the muscles, which causes increased water retention, as glycogen attracts water. Both this and the large volume of carbohydrate-rich foods further contribute to muscle gut by providing a bloated look. Irrespective of protein, carbohydrate, or supplements, all bodybuilders follow an extremely high calorie diet, with some consuming over 10,000 calories per day. This high calorie food intake also means a high volume of food which can stay in the stomach for a prolonged period of time, causing gut distension. Many bodybuilders and fitness models use a technique known as carb or glyco loading, where a bodybuilder dehydrates and lowers carbohydrate intake. In many cases, he ingests diuretics to help flush out water from the body. They then ingest large amounts of carbohydrates and water to cause a supercomposition of water content in the muscles, allowing greater definition of muscle and volume. However, if mistimed, the loss of water along with problems of high carbohydrate intake can cause slower digestion and stomach emptying, meaning more food stays in the gut for a longer period of time. Now you may be wondering how to get rid of a bubble gut. Well, reversing a bubble gut is quite easy on paper but difficult to implement. This is because of the laser focus approach that has to be put in place. People with a bubble gut have messed up their body's muscle memories. As such, stretching exercises and reprogramming of muscle memory is a key to get rid of the bubble gut. People with a bubble gut have weaker abdominal and back muscles than their whole body. From examining bodybuilders who were known to use high HGH throughout their careers, it's clear that the stomach distension isn't permanent and is reversible by lowering the doses or eliminating the use. Insulin is also used for bulking and can actually hinder the cutting process by increasing fat storage. So reducing the amount of HGH and insulin taken when cutting and approaching the contest will allow a bodybuilder to reap all the benefits of the two drugs while reducing the gut distension on stage. Intermittent fasting has shown to be just as effective as conventional calorie cutting for helping weight and fat loss. When timed correctly, this can ensure that the amount of food in the digestive system is low and help reduce any stomach distension, while allowing a high quality physique to be maintained during a contest. Many bodybuilders are tempted to increase their carbohydrate intake when cutting to maintain muscle mass. However, as insulin use has been reduced or eliminated, there is no additional benefit to maintaining high calorie intake. In fact, cutting carbohydrates and maintaining fat can cause even higher levels of testosterone while dieting. During these periods, protein intake can be kept high without high carbohydrate dairy products by using meats, eggs, and supplements. It should be noted that the increasing protein further during these diets could help to improve the visceral fat loss that was caused by the previous insulin use. Also, eating out at a certain restaurant or meals can be challenging when looking to maintain a low-carb diet. When using water manipulation techniques, ensure that sodium and electrolyte intake is increased through supplementing with electrolyte solutions and that fiber and digestive enzyme intake is high to aid digestion. Also, make sure that the timing is correct, giving approximately 24 hours to allow full glycogen supercompensation before contest time. Also, it can be difficult to maintain strict dietary protocols when traveling for competition.